Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with the Beth Israel Rabbi. I'm speaking to you from the amphitheater at Camp Solomon Schechter. It's a beautiful and warm day here, and behind me, of course, you can see the trees at the camp, and in front of me, which you can't see, is the lake, the wonderful lake where currently children are playing, swimming, and boating. It's been beautiful here at camp, and I've been here with my family now for a couple days. Actually, Lissa, Yair, and Naomi have been here for weeks, and our son Avishai was in Israel on a USY trip called L'Tiken Olam, where he not only had the chance to travel around, but also do special chesed projects, special acts of loving kindness and volunteering. It was a wonderful time for him, but we are so pleased to all be reunited here once again at Camp Schechter. This week we read the Torah portion, Parshat ve'etchanan, the second Torah portion in the book of Deuteronomy, or the book of Devarim in Hebrew. We are in the midst of Moses' valedictory, his final speech to the Jewish people before the Israelites are about to enter into the land and Moses is about to pass into the next world. Moses wants to ensure that the Israelites behave properly, that they act well without him once they've entered into the land, and he is no longer there to guide them. The Torah begins this parsha by saying, Ve'etchanan el Hashem, that Moses pleaded with God, saying that you, God, are great. You have a mighty hand. The plea is that Moses wants to be able to enter into the land of Israel with the Israelites. He wants to be able to see the Holy Land with his own eyes, to actually be there. But you may remember that just a few weeks ago in our Parsha, Moses had struck a rock instead of speaking with it in order to bring water forth from it, in order to give to the thirsty Israelites. And because he struck the rock and he did not speak to it, he was punished. And his punishment was that he would not be allowed to enter into the land of Israel. Such a punishment would be hard for any one of us. But for Moses, who had helped shepherd the Israelites out of slavery, out of Egypt, and through the desert for 40 years, this is particularly difficult. And God says to Moses in this parsha, go and gaze into the land, see the land, but you will not be able to enter. You need to accept this harsh reality. In Moses' plea, when he says to God that you have a strong arm, Sforno, an Italian medieval commentator and rabbi, suggests that this means that God helped bring the Israelites out of Egypt, and God is going to see the Israelites into the land of Israel, is going to ensure their safety and security there. And Rabbeinu Bachia suggests that it's something different, that when Moses says, you are the one that has a strong hand, that means that God is the one who gave to the Israelites the Torah. God gave to the Israelites the strength of a spiritual and a moral path through the Torah. And when we combine these two interpretations, that God gave the Israelites Torah, and that God is the one who is going to bring the Israelites into the land of Israel, then indeed we have a complete God and a complete relationship between the divine and between Israel, one which is sure to strengthen Israel for many generations. This past week has not been an easy week for Israel. In this past week, once again, Israel has been attacked with one soldier being injured after just last week a soldier had been killed in the border of Gaza. Others were injured in a terror attack in the West Bank. And yet, Israel continues to be strong. Israel continues to do whatever it can to not only to defend itself, but to thrive. And I pray that as long as we continue to be a nation which remembers God, remembers our connection to the divine, that indeed we will continue to be strong for many generations to come. Shabbat Shalom.